If you can't see the immense competition being created around the world, who can mine more Bitcoin, that's exactly why I bring you a video every day. Russia is increasing, Russia is expanding. In 2020, it's state-owned, nuclear-powered Bitcoin mining hubs. So Russia as a nation is devoting resources to mining Bitcoin. That's what we're going to get into in this video. In other news, Canada is increasing its mining as a service industry, installs 1,000 new Bitcoin mining rigs for US clients. So US people can go over to Canada, mine Bitcoin. Also part of this story, they talk about Oklahoma City increasing its mining facility. This goes along with the story that we reported to you 2 days ago, smart money buying back into Bitcoin, Bitcoin mining at all-time highs, where we showed you how Texas might soon be the biggest place to mine Bitcoin in the world. The reason this is an important video today, and by the way, guys, like the video. Let's get this video out there to as many people as possible, because guess what? The mainstream media wants you to think that Bitcoin going into 2020 is dead in the water. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. Check this out. The Economist published January 4th, 2020. It was titled, "The Year in Probabilities, What Markets and Models Expect in 2020. And in this list, they have a nice little infograph here. At the bottom of the list, according to them, these are very unlikely to happen. 9% chance China wins the most gold medals in the Olympics. Only 20% chance the United States falls into a recession during the next 12 months. As opposed to things that are very high on the list. 99% Britain exits the EU. 87% Donald Trump completes his first term as US president. And guess what, according to them, is likely to happen in 2020? 65% chance Bitcoin's price ends the year below where it started. They don't want you to see the immense amount of building going on in the world. Case in point, a Russian nuclear plant is renting space to energy-hungry Bitcoin miners. Check this out. A state-owned nuclear power plant in Russia may soon fuel a Bitcoin mining hub. These are the details. Late last month, Rosatom State Atomic Energy Corporation opened a mining farm near Kalinin nuclear plant 200 miles northwest of Moscow. The company spent more than $4.8 million building the 30-megawatt facility. This is according to Sergey Nemechekov, the head of data centers and digital products at Rosengotom. So Rosengotom isn't planning to mine itself. Nemechov said, rather, it will capitalize on the opportunity to sell additional electricity to heavy users and rent space for their equipment, similar to a data center the firm built near the plant. He says both data center and miners are large energy consumers with a stable demand. For us, it's a way to diversify. Of course, let's diversify into Bitcoin in whatever way we can. This is from the state of Russia, the country of Russia. Russia must have big plans for the future of Bitcoin. Why would they waste their resources? Rosatom is the first big government-related entity to embrace miners in Russia, the world's 11th largest economy, according to the IMF and the World Bank, and with plans to eventually open 240 megawatts or more of its power from several locations to the industry, the company could become a notable player on the global market. To finish this up, electricity for miners will cost 4 to 5 cents per kilowatt per hour, not the cheapest price you can find around the globe, as rates lower than 4 cents can be found in some regions of China and Kazakhstan. But Rosengotom wants to market the project first of all as legitimate, reputable way to mine cryptocurrency right on the energy producer's property. It's a total white deal, according to Nemechov. The takeaway is this. Russia is getting in. Russia is getting in. As I said, in other news, Canada is getting in. Canada's DMG blockchain installs 1,000 new Bitcoin mining rigs for US clients. And as I pointed out in the last article, this costs them multi-million dollars to produce. They're not going to waste resources like this if they think Bitcoin's only going to be around for a year or 2 years. I suspect that they have big plans for Bitcoin sticking around in this next decade. Canadian tech company DMG Blockchain Solutions has installed 1,000 new Bitcoin mining machines at its Christina Lake mining as a service facility in British Columbia. As per a January 6th press release, again, recent news, DMG has purchased new miners from Chinese mining giant Bitmain with the total power consumption of approximately 1.5 megawatts. Initially announced December of last year, the newly installed mining equipment will serve a US-based client whose name was not yet revealed in the release. DMG operates as an industrial-scale crypto mine hosting company, allowing clients to mine crypto through equipment stationed at its facility in northern Canada. Since the facility uses hydroelectric power, of which there is a surplus in Canada, the operation reportedly does not affect the power needs of local residents. And as I mentioned, they also talk about on January 8th, again, recent news, digital currency mining firm Riot Blockchain began deploying around 3,000 new units of S17 Pro-Ant miners purchased from Bitmain as part of the full upgrade of its Oklahoma City mining facility. Riot anticipates that following the deployment of all 4,000 next-generation miners, its aggregate operating hash rate at the Oklahoma City mining facility will reach approximately 248 petahashes per second, representing a 240% increase in hardware power efficiency compared to its mining hash rate. Regardless what you think about Bitmain, regardless, I don't know how you feel about, mining as a service, this is a net positive for the space and exactly what I would think I would be seeing if Bitcoin has a future. Miners are bullish on Bitcoin as network difficulty, the green line, reaches new all-time highs. So more people are turning on their miners and less people are turning them off. Of course, you can say they're trying to front run the halvening because once the halvening happens, it's going to be, they're going to be cut in half basically. And that's true, probably. Either way, I mean, this is how it works. This is all what we've seen in Bitcoin's 11-year history. As I said, many people, like The Economist, don't give Bitcoin much of a chance in 2020. This is the other side of that coin. Turdemeester, an on-chain analyst, founding partner of Adamant Capital, I've referenced his stuff before. You probably remember in late 2018 when I shared with you this report of his, Bitcoin and Heavy Accumulation, where he said when Bitcoin had just reached 3,200, what we now know of as the likely bottom, he said Bitcoin is in heavy accumulation, 3,200 is the likely bottom, Bitcoin's going up from here. Turned out he was right. He just tweeted out, if I had the time, I would now write a report called Bitcoin in Re-Accumulation. Bull market expected to continue in 2020. So those who know what to look for, know what to look for. Those who don't. In other news, 10 million Bitcoins haven't moved in more than a year. This is the highest since 2017. Check this out. Hodling has returned to a major milestone. The total number of Bitcoins that haven't changed hands in more than a year has crossed the 10 million mark. This is according to Digital Asset Data, a fintech company building crypto data feeds. Considering the total number of Bitcoins in circulation is 18.14 million, this also means nearly 60% of the coins remained dormant and only 40% participated in the price action seen in 2019. The percentage of Bitcoins lying dormant for over a year is at its highest level since 2017. What does this mean? The sheer size of unmoved Bitcoin is definitely a sign of the developing community of hodlers, says the chief technology officer at Komodo Platform. The top cryptocurrency witnessed substantial swings last year, rising from 3,700 to almost 14,000 in the first 6 months of 2019, only to fall back to 7,100 in mid-December. Thus, Bitcoin just about doubled last year despite the brutal sell-off in the second half. Even so, a large number of Bitcoins remain inactive, possibly because investors are expecting a significant price rise following the mining reward halvening due in May. Or maybe they're thinking longer term. Another theory, another strong reason for the growing number of Bitcoins lying dormant could be that a sizable portion of the hodlers are doing so at a loss and are hodling on their investment. Or maybe it's because they have big plans for the future. The fact is, these investors have not sold indicates they are likely betting on long-term growth projections. Yes, this guy gets it. And that is it for me today, my friends. My name is Aaron. If you found value in this video, let me hear it in the comments. Smash up the likes. I will be responding to all the comments in the first few hours, so let's chat it up below. All right, I will see you tomorrow.